The views and opinions expressed in this content are that of a continuously evolving nature and are subject to change as humanity evolves into higher states of awareness.
Hi everyone, it's Lee again here from Next Level Awareness, and in this video I want to talk about how to continue feeling alive. And the reason I want to make this video is because I'm just chilling tonight watching a few videos on YouTube, and I decided to watch a few of the old rave videos from the early 90s. So if any of you guys were around in the early 90s, which I'm sure some of you will have been, you'll remember how much everybody felt alive. And the reason they felt so alive is because they didn't have all these distractions that we have nowadays, like mobile phones, like iPads. Even laptops were rare back then. It was before the internet. Okay, so everybody, all they had was each other to speak to. And during these times there was the rave scene, which was very big here in the northeast of England. In America I think it was known as techno. But the rave scene in England was a massive thing. Okay, it was a way of life back then in the early 90s, and everybody loved it. It was just the way people lived back then, with the drugs, the MDMA, the ecstasy. It was a way of life, and when I'm looking at these videos, looking back, I realise how alive everybody was as opposed to what they are now. You would go to raves and everybody would be engaged with everybody else. It was all about the music. And now music's very, very controlled. Okay, back then there was no health and safety rules. If you look at these raves, everybody was just everywhere. Okay, people were on stage dancing. There was lots of drugs. People were literally just doing what they want to do. All the rave groups back then, like the Prodigy and QFX, don't know if any of you guys know these groups, but back then they used to just do what they wanted. There was no rules. It was like similar to back in the 90s, the WWF World Wrestling Federation. You'll notice how good it was in the 90s as opposed to what it was in the 2000s and so on, because there wasn't as many health and safety regulations, so everyone was just doing everything. It was just one crazy party. And this is what it was like in the 90s. Everything was just one crazy party because everybody just did what they want. There was no regulations, okay? Like, anything went. So everybody was more alive and there was nothing distracting them. Whereas now, everybody's distracted by technology, phones, watches, iPads, computers. It's totally not the same now as it was back then. I mean, look at this video, guys. They were all dancing, they were all going crazy with each other. You know, like this doesn't happen anymore. Raves now are illegal. If anyone around here in the northeast has a rave, the police are called straight away. You're making too much noise, you've got to stop. Even if you do it in the middle of a field somewhere, the police come, you're trespassing. You can't have raves anymore. Okay? It's as if all the laws have stopped people feeling alive now. And this, I think, is going to come back. I think eventually we're going to reach a point where we realise we're becoming zombified by the technology, and we're going to probably start doing these things again. Okay, there's going to be new crazes where we put down our phones, put down our iPads, our laptops, and we're gonna start living again. This is going to come back, and I would say it's going to come back probably within the next 30 years. Okay, based on my experience of how these conscious kind of paradigms change. Okay, everything goes round in a circle. Okay, the rave's going to come back. All the rave scene's going to come back, and it's going to be different to before, but it's going to have the same principles where you put down your technology and you just enjoy the music. People are going to go to concerts again without holding the phone in the air, not experiencing the concert, just having it on the phone so they can experience it later on, which won't be as good as being in the now. Like these guys here were all in the now. Okay, some people might look at these videos and think, well, these guys were crazy, they were off the head on drugs, but at least they were in the now, they were alive, they were feeling alive. A lot of children now are born and they'll never know what it was like to be fully alive, okay? Because everything they do is going to be in front of a little screen. I mean, look at these guys. These people experience life in ways which a lot of people who didn't experience this will never ever understand. They'll never experience life in the way these guys did. So, this is something we can still do now, by the way, and that's probably the main point I wanted to make this video. Sorry, I got a bit distracted there by the music and just been having some reminders of the old 90s rave, which I used to love. But yeah, you can still do this now. You can still put your technology down. You can still go out in the world, interact with people. Some people might think you're weird doing it, but who cares? Because they only think you're weird doing it because they're distracted by the technology in the hands. See? But you can put your phone down, you can go and put some earphones on, go out in the woods and just listen to the music, experience it again, okay? Listen to some music you've never listened to before, okay? If you're not into rave music, try rave music. Type in YouTube early 90s rave sets and put it on full blast, just go out, listen to it. Try things you've never tried before. You know, just live, be alive again. Go to the beach on your own and just watch the waves, listen to them. Feel alive again, okay? This can still be done now, guys, and this is what I do every day, okay? Every day I'll probably go out alone usually and just enjoy the world. I don't let my phone control me. I control it, okay? Turn off all your notifications on your phone. Stop letting it control you. You control it. Control your own consciousness. Have fun. Live life. Like these guys did. Sorry about the bad picture quality, by the way. This was filmed in the 90s on a VHS video that somebody's took the time to transfer digitally and put it on YouTube for everybody to enjoy because they wanted to remember this experience, okay? Some of these old rave videos have had millions of views because everybody here in the UK remembers what it was like, okay? All the people who are now in the 40s and even 50s look back and remember what it was like to be alive as opposed to what it is now. And why do these videos get so many views? Because it's a special thing. Okay? It's a special thing to be alive. Don't let technology bring you down, guys. And even if you're young and you're not familiar with these rave scenes, look them up, watch them. put yourself in those people's shoes. Imagine what it was like to be alive back then with no technology, no distractions, just you, the music, and other people, and the atmosphere and the lights. Just imagine that, guys. Imagine what it was like to be alive. And the more you imagine that, the more you'll start to be alive, okay? You can still be alive in this day and age. Technology's taken us away from that, but then eventually technology is going to bring us back to that. Because everything goes round in a circle. Everything goes full circle, and in my eyes, although technology's taken us away from that, eventually we're going to realise that, and we're going to realise that we're being took away from being alive, and then we're going to bring it back again. Because that's how reality works. Everything comes round in a circle. There's a spiral of evolution. Everything comes round, gets better and better and better. It's the same with the levels of awareness. Everything you learn, it comes back round. You learn it again from a higher perspective. You learn it again from a higher perspective again. And that's how evolution works. Every type of music comes back round with an added edge as we evolve. This music will come back again as we evolve. Some people will look at this and think like this is just ridiculous music, okay? There's a lot of people here in England, there's a lot of people here who've never been into rave music, okay? All they've ever listened to is the mainstream narrative, the music they've been told to like. That's all they've ever listened to, and when they see rave music they think, well, these people are just druggies that are off the head. No, these people know how to be alive, okay? These people are pushing the boundaries of consciousness. And if you just go by the narrative, if you just go by what you're told to like by the mainstream, you'll never understand what it's like to be alive, okay? Because you're just a puppet. You'll just be a puppet all your life, and you'll never understand this type of thing. So put your technology down, go out, push the boundaries, be alive again, guys. That's it. I'm off to enjoy more of these videos, so please comment on this, tell us what you think. Like, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, be alive, guys. See you guys in the next video.